Good afternoon and welcome to Group H of the World Cup. Is the start of their Group H camp of the Group H in the World Cup campaign, and it's time for Uruguay against South Korea. The teams are getting ready just in the tunnel ahead of kickoff. The pitch looks in immaculate condition for this Group H opening between Uruguay and South Korea, and is looking to be a very, very good game in prospect today. There's going to be plenty of names on show which you'll be probably familiarised with, and I'll run you through those names in just a second or so, especially with some of the players on show for Korea and, of course, Uruguay. There's a few names on show for Korea which you probably there's one or two you probably recognise, one in the starting line and one on the bench as well from the Premier League this season. And there's quite a few names that you'll recognise in the Uruguay side as well. The head coach of Uruguay is Diego Alonso, and the South Korean head coach is Paulo Bento. I can see one of the South Korean players that you'll know from the Premier League in Sun Heung-min, who is the South Korean captain. He's one of the players you know in the South Korea side, and he's the only one that's starting for South Korea. The one which you will know who's on the bench for South Korea is Wolverhampton Wanderers' Wang Yi-chan. For Uruguay, there's a few players that you'll recognise, and quite a few in that starting lineup. Jose Jimenez, Diego Godin, Rodrigo Bentancur, Facundo Pelistri, Luis Suarez, Darwin Núñez, Federico Valverde all play in either Spain or England. And a few players on the bench as well who's played in England as well, like Lucas Torreira who used to be at Arsenal, Sebastian Coates, who used to be at Liverpool, and another one on the bench which you'll recognise is Edison Cavani, formerly of Manchester United. The teams are just coming out onto the field of play now for Uruguay against South Korea. I can run you through the referee in just a second or so. The players are just coming out. It should be a good match today. Also in Group H is of the World Cup, and their first game of the tournament is coming up a little bit later on. As we just got a bit of breaking news from Liverpool, which I'll bring you in a second, which has just reached us this lunchtime. We'll bring you that in just a second or so. The other game in Group H of the World Cup is later today, and that is Portugal against Ghana, which will be brought to you by Paul James. And the later game in Group G is a game which I'm going to be bringing you between Serbia and Brazil. So we all set for what is expected to be a very good match in prospect, and the national anthems are being played while we're just talking you through what other actions coming up. Switzerland go off to a perfect start against Cameroon, beating them by a goal to nil. Breel Embolo with the goal for the Swiss, which you heard this morning with Nicholas Jones, guiding you through that action. So the officials for today's match is Clement Turpin, he's the referee from France. Nicolas Danos and Cyril Gringo are also from France. They are the assistants. Fourth official is Istvan Kozrak from Romania. The reserve assistant referee is Vasil Marenscu from Romania. Jerome Bristard from France is on the VAR, with assisted by Benoit Milot, also from France. The outside video assistant referee is Jibril Kamara from Senegal. The other two, the SVAR, the support VAR, is Redouane Girard from Morocco, and the standby assistant VAR is Rafael Fortan from Germany. As we've just heard the national anthem of Uruguay, and while the national anthem of South Korea is being played out, we'll run you through the starting lineups for this game this afternoon. And we'll start off with Uruguay, managed to, once again by Diego Alonso. They've got Sergio Roche between the sticks. Then it's a back four for them of Martin Castres, Jose Jimenez, Diego Godin, and Mateus Oliveira. In front of the back four is Mateus Vencio. Then in front of him and supporting him in the midfield is Federico Valverde of Real Madrid and Tottenham's Rodrigo Bentancur. Facundo Pellistri of Manchester United starts on the right-hand side of the front three with Luis Suarez through the middle, the former Liverpool man. And on the left is Liverpool's current one of their strikers, Darwin Núñez. As for South Korea, and just be prepared, there is a lot of Kims in this side, including a lot of Kims in the back line today. So his in goal is Kim Sung-gu. Then across the back, we have got Kim Moon-wan, Kim Min-jae, Kim Young-gon, and Kim Jin-soo. The midfield two in front of them is Young Woo-young and Wang In-benom. And then the three behind the striker is Sun Yun-min, Lee Jae-sung, and Na Sang-oh. And leading the line is Wang Woo-jo. Is the starting lineup for South Korea. And the other one was for Uruguay. I can just see Clement Turpin along with his assistants out on the field of play. Sun stood there on to my right of my screen there. His career will be in red this afternoon. Just having a look at the VAR booth, as it is Diego Godin, the Uruguay captain, as it's being done. So the coin toss has been done, as we're now just going to double check on that Korea side. As I just mentioned, it is Kim So-gun between the sticks, Kim Woo-wan, Kim Min-jae, Kim Jin-sun, and of course a lot of Kims across the back for Korea today. So we'll go through, when the game's underway, we'll go through them and tell you which one's got possession if it's played across the back. For this game, Luis Suarez, the Uruguay's record goal scorer with 68 goals. He'll be looking to add to that tally today. Sun Yun-min there just giving a last-minute team talk to his players, along with some of the other players involved, doing last-minute team talk for South Korea as they get ready for their first match in the World Cup. As do Uruguay. It's the first of the Group H matches, and it's the first of a double-header for me today, as I've got Brazil, Serbia later, with Paul James sandwiched in between me, bringing you Portugal against Ghana. So it'll be South Korea who will get this game off and underway, with South Korea just getting ready to take the kickoff, which will be Wang Woo-jo, who will get the game underway. The Sun Yun-min and Na Sang-oh have switched the flanks as South Korea get the game off and underway. They're all in red, attacking the goal to my right hand side in the first half. Uruguay attacking the goal to my left, and them in blue, black, and black. As Uruguay just lose out of possession as They're trying to come forward there through Rodrigo Bentancur. And Rodrigo Bentancur wins his side a throw-in, which will be taken by Oliveira. Mateus Oliveira has done well so far, as our throw is down the line. Flicked on by Darwin Núñez, looking for Luis Suarez, who goes down under the challenge. Nothing given as he's played into the number 4 there, Kim Min-jae, as he plays it down the line, looking for Nasango, and Nasango just watches the ball go behind for the first corner of the game, and the first corner of this match to South Korea inside just over 1 minute. And coming across to take it is Lee Jae-sung. Or will he take it? No, it'll be Sun Yun-min who's across there too to try and take it. They'll be looking to cause a few issues for the Uruguayans today. So Facundo Pelistri comes short to try and stop them working it a short corner. Matias Oliveira has also stood there too. He's going to be Sun Yun-min to take. In towards a penalty and is headed towards goal. Punched away and then caught the second attempt by Sergio Roche, who just claims it comfortably and then hits it long downfield, looking over the top for the run of Luis Suarez and Darwin Núñez. And Darwin Núñez puts under a bit of pressure his Korean defender, which was Wang In-beom. And there is the first free kick of the game. And it goes away of South Korea. Diego Alonso there just watching on his side. He's done a fairly good job in charge of Uruguay. As here is South Korea in possession. Kim Jae-sung, and now here is Young back to Kim Sung-gu. Kim Sung-gu will pick up the ball. Kim Sung-gu has cleared it downfield. Looking for the run over on that far side of Sun and Jungwoo Young. But Uruguay just thought they wouldn't be bad there, but South Korea come away with possession. Is with their number 3, Kim Jin-soo. And Kim Jin-soo plays it down like Sun Min Sun. Is now South Korea just keeping possession well in the early stages as the ball is worked to Sun Min-yun again. Sun Yun-min again. And now it's out wide to the left hand side and it's back into Lee Jae-sung and now back into Kim Young-go and now Kim Min-jae. And now South Korea will come forward as a foul there on the number 6, Wang In-beom. And Wang In-beom wins the early free kick for South Korea. Almost 4 minutes on the clock, and it's Uruguay 0, South Korea 0. If you're just tuning into us here on the commentary of the home of alternative commentary and the home of the alternative World Cup commentaries this winter. As the ball is played down the far side for Pelistri to chip clear away for Uruguay, but he goes out of play and is a throw into South Korea. And there's the Paulo Bento, the Portuguese international, who's in charge of South Korea. And Uruguay win a throw in then, which will be taken by Jose Jimenez. He throws it down the line into Luis Suarez, who clears it to the far side, looking to try and pick out Darwin Núñez, who didn't go on end of that, but now back with Kim Sung-gu, who now will take a touch and then play with his right boot into number 5, Jo Won-young. And across now to number 4, Kim Min-jae. And now into the number 6, Wang In-beom, who knocks it back to the goalkeeper, Kim Sung-gu. And now out to the left-hand side. And Sun Yun-min gets the ball back to his left back. And South Korea just knocking the ball around brilliantly. And there's a crossfield pass there heads into the path of Darwin Núñez, who can try and break now for Uruguay, and he's brought down from behind. Yes, they're going into Clemente Pan, and there's a free kick fouled by Lee Jyston, who just stepped across Darwin Núñez and then pulled his shirt as well. I think he was trying to swap the shirts, but I think he's not realised he's supposed to do that after the game, not during the first game of the tournament during the match. As there's another free kick, is it? No. No foul there on Mateus Oliveira. That's easy for me to say when I've just get my teeth into the game. But here is Uruguay conceding possession again, as here comes the number 15 for South Korea, Kim Moon-won. That's the anyway, now picked up. Here is Casillas. Casillas down the line, but he goes all the way through to Kim Sung-yu, and now Kim Min-jae for South Korea. Across to his centre-back partner, Kim Young-gon, who plays it over the top, looking for the run of Na. And now gets in behind the penalty area, and that's cut out there well by Jose Jimenez, who came across to help out Diego Godin, and is behind for another corner, the second corner of the game, and the second corner to South Korea, and he's on the same side again, and that's a wonderful bit of play there by Nance Sango to put it through the legs of the left back Mateus Oliveira before Diego Godin was caught out as well, so Jose Jimenez had to come across to clear. He's now going to be taken a corner by Sun Yun Min, but he's going to be taken in a minute after Clemente Pan just having a word with Kim Min-jae and Diego Godin. Kim Min-jae right on Diego Godin and trying to cause confusion with the goalkeeper as well. The Sun just about steer this corner then from this near side of the right, and he'll whip the ball in towards the penalty area right now, and he's played across all the way across the face of the goal and the box, and he comes out to the far side, and South Korea trying to get the ball back in with Kim Moo-wan, but he goes out of play for a throw off of Darwin Núñez, and Uruguay will have a early throw then. And when it's gone, it remains Uruguay 0, South Korea 0. If you're just showing into us here on the commentary, you missed a good first half and a sluggish second half between Switzerland and Cameroon, brought to you by Nicholas Jones, which finished 1-0 to Switzerland. As here comes Kim Moo-wan for South Korea to whip the ball in towards the penalty, and it just goes up, and then there's a clearance there by Federico Valverde to Luis Suarez. And now the ball over the top looking for Darwin Núñez to chase, and Darwin Núñez gets an end of it, and he pushes it past the right back of South Korea, Kim Moo-wan, where he manages to get back and put it out for a throw to Uruguay in line with the penalty area, which allows Mateus Oliveira to come up to take the throw in. He'll look for options. He's got Darwin Núñez making a move towards the middle of the box. He's gone to the feet of Asensio and back to the left back Oliveira. Then Suarez can't keep the ball under control. And now the ball is over the top down the right side for Korea to chase through Wang Gu-jo. And Wang Gu-jo couldn't go on the end of it. And that was another good opportunity there for South Korea to get forward. But again, really like the book was Jose Jimenez and Diego Godin as well. Sun Yun Min just pushing on a new captain's armband after the other one kept falling off. Just at the help there by the coaching staff to do that. As South Korea trying to attack down the right hand side, there's a free kick given to Uruguay for a foul on Mateus Oliveira. And it remains Uruguay 0, South Korea nil. 10 minutes on the clock. Almost 10.5 minutes gone as Russia will take this free kick then for Uruguay to play down the field as they try and come forward. He plays it right footed down the left hand channel. There's a flick on by Darwin Nunes to Luis Suarez. And then he's out of play this time from Rodrigo Bentancur. Excuse me. And there's a throw into South Korea, which will be taken by Muwan. Kim Muwan. Down the line it goes. And headed away by Federico Valverde. 11 minutes gone. It remains Uruguay nil, South Korea nil. A lot of possession is being had by South Korea so far, but they're yet to really trouble Sergio Rocher in the Uruguayan goal. And now here is a throw-in for South Korea, taken by Kim Min-won, and now into Kim Min-jae. And now he passes to Kim Young-kwon. And now here comes Young Wo-young. Now wide to Sun Yun-min. Sun down the left-hand side, goes down under a challenge, is cleared away. Out of play for a throw to Uruguay. Came off of the South Korean defender there after Son appeared to have got fouled according to himself, but not according to the referee by Martin Casillas, who will take the throw in over on that far side of the right as Uruguay attack from right to left in this first half. As the header forward there is brilliantly won, and now here is a ball that was a penalty. It's flicked on there by Vicencio Vecino, and he can't make most of that flicked header. Well, that's a good bit of play then from Uruguay down the their left-hand side into the penalty. Slight flick on, but Darwin Nunes cutting out end of it as Uruguay tried to open the scoring on 13 minutes. He remains Uruguay nil, Korea nil. Last few live commentaries apart from last night. I had 2 0-0s on the bounce. I hope I don't have another 0-0 this time around, as here is South Korea just working possession well, and it's knocked forward there by Kim Young-gon. Down the line it goes, and Diego Godin heads the ball away. It breaks now for Lee Jo-sung, and down the line is the number 16, Wang Gu-jo. Wang Gu-jo finds number 6, Wang In-bo, and Wang In-bo pulls the ball forward. It's cleared away by the defense of Uruguay. Now Darwin Nunes gets Luis Suarez away. Luis Suarez plays the ball infield, and he will find Vecino. Now Valverde across now to the far side, and it's down the line for Palinstri. Back it goes into Valverde. Federico Valverde across now into the path of Jose Jimenez. Jose Jimenez plays the ball out wide to this left-hand side of Mateus Oliveira. Oliveira back to Jose Jimenez. And across now to Diego Godin. And now Martin Casillas. Diego Godin again. Now Mateus Vecino. Vecino into the path of Jose Jimenez. And Jose Jimenez will play the ball into the path of Diego Godin. Godin now out wide to the far side, and Palistri. Palistri back to Casillas. Godin. Jimenez. Jose Jimenez into Rodrigo Bentancur, who scored 2 goals against Leeds in the final game before the World Cup. Break for Tottenham Hotspur in their win, 4-3 win over Leeds United. Scored the equaliser to make it 3-3, and then the winner to make it 4-3 in that game. But here is Wang Yinbo, and now good bit of play to find Sun Yun Min via Lee Jo Sung. And now wide from Sun to the left back, number 3, Kim Ju Soo, and now is with Kim Min Jae. And Kim Min Jae just takes his time to go back to Kim Sung Gu. And now he will play the ball forward into the path of Wang Yinbo, and now into Kim Woo Wan, and now Kim Min Jae. Kim Min Jae feeds the ball into the midfield, where Wang Yinbo picks up the loose ball and plays a wonderful raking ball over to the left-hand side. And he's done well to pick out his teammate there who pushed it in a cross, which goes just wide and in behind for a goal kick by Kim Jin Soo as the cross came in. He'd already gone out before Sergio Rocher touched the ball. There, as you can clearly see on the pictures in front of me. If you're watching this on the TV and you want to sync up with us, I'll let you know 1 minute I'm in a second, and then you can try and sync up with us. If we're in front of you, you can pause us while you catch up, and then you can continue watching us and listening to us while you got the pictures on in front of you. As the ball is played over to the left-hand channel, but is collected by South Korea's Uruguay trying to come forward. It remains Uruguay 0, South Korea 0 if you're just tuning into us right now. If you want to get in touch with us, you can do so. You can tweet us at Commentary Live 1, or you can get in touch via Storm FM at Storm FM Official as well. You can also get involved in the live chats on the Commentary Hub 2, JB Sports, and also on our Twitch channel also. You can listen to more commentaries from the World Cup later today, Portugal against Ghana with Paul James. And then I'll be back to guide you through Brazil against Serbia this evening. Wonder if we'll see any goals in any of my matches today. I only saw one yesterday. Well, I wonder if I'll be able to see any more than just the one today. That ball through there is a poor one by South Korea's number 6, Wang Yinbo, as he tried to pick out Na Sang-go as the ball runs out of play for a goal kick to Uruguay. And now Uruguay will come forward with Jose Jimenez in possession. Jose Jimenez gets it back into Diego Godin. And now Rodrigo Bentancur to Diego Godin. Back into Rodrigo Bentancur, who will play the ball forward to Jose Jimenez. And that's a wonderful ball over the top. Ball down brilliantly. And a shot just over the bar there from Federico Valverde. And Federico Valverde going close for Uruguay. After a ball over the top from Jose Jimenez. Brought it down well, but the shot is just over the bar in the end. And it was a decent effort, but one which you couldn't keep down. And almost in the photographer behind the goal there, she had to duck when she was taking photos on her mobile phone. Probably for Instagram and their social channels. But Uruguay's best chance that will have yet to trouble the goalkeeper. Neither is South Korea, to be fair. There's a ball looking for Luis Suarez. He's put out of play by Lee Jae-sung. And now it's a throw into Uruguay. Can Uruguay start off with a win in their group? They've also got Portugal and Ghana in their group, and Portugal and Ghana to play. So it'll be interesting to see how this game unfolds. As the ball in towards the penalty area is cleared away in the end by Na Sang-go, as it's out for a throw to Uruguay. 20 minutes gone. It remains Uruguay 0, South Korea 0. As a Throwing then to be taken by Oliveira into the path of Rodrigo Bentancur. And Bentancur back to Gordon via Jimenez. And Gordon into Valverde. Now Casillas into Diego Gordon. Gordon now into Jose Jimenez. Jimenez feeds in Rodrigo Bentancur. Plays the ball inside towards the run of Oliveira, who goes down on the challenge and wins a free kick for his side. And that is a definite free kick. The ball had already gone. And when I look at the replay, it looked like it was a definite foul on first view, but when I look at the replay, it wasn't a free kick. And Korea will be disappointed if they can't see from this, and they almost did. Ball back across, and a shot just blocked in there from Luis Suarez after Darwin Núñez. Couldn't get an end of it. Initially, it was a crossfield pass. Headed in towards Darwin Núñez, who couldn't get an end of it. The ball back across, and here's Luis Suarez on the knee after a ball back in from the left hand side, and he's out for a career throw, and a big let off there for South Korea. And Uruguay appealed for the ball went out of play there, and I think the referee has agreed with them and given them a throw in, which I can confirm he has. Edson Cavani there sat on the bench for Uruguay, be lucky to come on and try and make an impact in this game if he's side on winning or even losing the game. They are currently drawing 0-0, 22 minutes gone as Uruguay with the ball forward. Lovely bit of plays. Out of play for a throw in to Uruguay, which will be taken by Mateus Oliveira. Mateus Oliveira throws it into Valverde and back into the Gordon, and now Jimenez, and now Gordon again. Across now into the path of Casillas, into Rodrigo Bentancur, and now Casillas, and now across into the path of Jose Jimenez. Jimenez with the ball across the far side looking for Facundo Pelistri, who could have got an end of that, and Son just lost out. And then with Uruguay just battling back to get the ball back, which included Facundo Pelistri along with Luis Suarez and Federico Valverde to get the ball back and get Uruguay back on the front foot. It's Uruguay 0, South Korea 0 if you're just tuning into us. Here on the commentary hub, the home of alternative commentary, as the ball is played by Diego Gordon into the path of Jose Jimenez. Back into Diego Gordon again. Good play this as Rodrigo Bentancur plays the ball forward. Jose Jimenez onto Oliveira now, giving the ball away of Uruguay, but they've won it back. And there's a foul, is there? And there, yes. Free kick to Uruguay, foul on Valverde by Young. And the referee, Clement Tepin, was waiting to see if there was an advantage for Uruguay, which there wasn't. So that's the decision to bring the ball back for the free kick, which I can tell you that Mateus Oliveira and Federico Valverde are standing over this one. Gordon and Jimenez and Jose Jimenez, who are from the back. I can also see Mateus Vincio inside the penalty area. It'll be Federico Valverde to play the ball into the penalty area. Lifts up towards the far side. He comes off an head of a South Korean as Jose Jimenez tried to attack that ball, and the man that came off was, couldn't quite see. I think it might have been Wang Ujo, the number 16. Couldn't quite see the number on the back of his shirt. as it is Valverde's corner. In towards the penalty area. Heads go up. It's cleared away by South Korea, the near post. And he goes back to Oliviero. Side his own half. Plays the ball forward into the path of Darwin Nunes. Takes the ball down well. Tries to pick out Luis Suarez. And he can't now. Ball's over the top. Looking for Son Heung-min over on that far side. Son Heung-min collects the ball. Runs past Caceres. And Son puts the ball in. Cleared away then inside the centre, inside the 6-yard box. And that's a wonderful ball in from Son Heung-min after taking past Caceres. And that is a good bit of play then from South Korea to fashion a chance. It's a throw in then to South Korea, which will be taken up on that far side by Kim Jo-sun. And he throws it down the line looking towards the penalty area. Cleared away by Uruguay as Rodrigo Bentancur plays the ball looking towards Darwin Nunes. But Rodrigo Bentancur gets the ball back and he's taken off his toes by Olivier, and he's got Darwin Nunes outside. And if he's in Darwin Nunes can't get the striking on goals. Keeper Kim Sung-gu came out to make the save brilliantly. And the ball goes forward and into the path of Rocher, but from one end to the other from Uruguay. And they almost opened the scoring there. Fantastic play in the end by the goalkeeper to keep the score at 0-0. As here's Rodrigo Bentancur now for Uruguay to fetch the ball forward. Goes back into the path of Vecino. And now here's Gordon as we've got Brazil against Serbia this evening at 7 o'clock. But in between that, we've got the brilliant Portugal against Ghana. Can Cristiano Ronaldo and co kick off their campaign in fine fettle with a win over Ghana? But here's Uruguay taking down the Rhineland Channel. It's given away, and there's a free kick to Korea. Foul on Kim Jin-soo. Well, this is the breakaway chance again as Uruguay come forward. And that was almost into Darwin Nunes' path as the ball was saved by Kim Sung-gu. And it remains goalless. 28 minutes on the clock. Uruguay 0, South Korea 0. If you just tuned into us here on the commentary of your home of alternative commentaries for the World Cup, the best place to hear the best alternative commentaries is with us here on the commentary hub. And he's out of play for a throw then to South Korea on the right-hand side, which will be taken by Kim Min-wan. Kim Min-wan is looking for options. And he gets options in space of number 6, Wang In-beom. And now he's back with Kim Young-gun over the top looking for the run of Kim Woo-wan. And he's out of play for a throw to Uruguay. And Moon-wan Kim, who got down that right-hand channel, is getting up and down the right-hand channel brilliantly so far. Remains goalless as we've played 29 minutes in this game. As Uruguay try to battle for the possession back, but they've lost it. And now he's out wide to Nasango. Now down the line to Kim Woo-wan. And there's a throw in to Uruguay taken quick, to South Korea taken quickly, should I say. And here is the ball coming forward. Just want to say hi to a few people who I think may be listening right now, who are tuned in. Probably a few people from the Football Live chat. Probably some people from the Commentary chat as well on WhatsApp. As we see Uruguay and South Korea battle in this game. It remains Uruguay 0, Korea 0. As some of our friends on from Football Live in the preview show before the World Cup started last Saturday evening, which was John Kane, Martin Diaz, and Jack Essen. Yeah, Jack Essen on the commentary on Tuesday evening, describing France against Australia, which France comfortably won in the end. Is Wang Imbeom, who will come forward and play it out wide to their left-hand side. Kim Jin-soo into the path of Wang Imbeom, and now that's forward away and cleared away by Uruguay. And Luis Suarez is looking hungry for goals, but he hasn't had any service as of yet. When he does, he'll be looking to try and take the chances that come his way, as does any good striker. As our ball is out wide to the far side then. Kim Jong-sun into as a penalty area. He's cleared away and he's out of play for a throw in. If you're tuned in from either of the Culture of group chat or the Football Live group chat that we've got over on WhatsApp, do let us know you're tuned in. Give us your thoughts on the game so far. You can tweet us if you want. Commentary Live 1 is the place to do that. And let us know your thoughts on this game. Leave the hashtag TC up at the end of it. And also, if you want to leave the hashtag URUKOR as well, I'll be able to pick up that a bit as well. But also at Commentary Live 1 in your tweet as well, and I'll be able to just find them very, very easily to go through just before the second half starts. But if you're listening on YouTube, want to get your comments in on there, feel free to do so. Or on our Twitch channel as well. But remember, keep it clean, keep it family friendly, as it's only 1:30 in the afternoon here in the UK, as the ball is played across to the far side for South Korea, coming forward with Kim Jin-soo towards a penalty area. He's headed away there by Wang Imbeom, as Wang Imbeom will try to go on end of it by Rodrigo Bentancur. But now South Korea are back in possession as they try and come forward again with Wang Imbeom out wide to the right hand side with a superb pass to the path of Kim Woo-man, and now into the path of Lee Jae-sung. Kim Woo-man again. There's the penalty area into Kim Woo-man again across the goal, and a shot's just over the bar, and that's the best chance South Korea have had. And it's Wang Woo-jo with the effort, and he can't keep his effort down, and that's South Korea's best chance. Ball was played across from the right hand side, and he's hit over the bar. You can see an England flag. Let's go Southampton on behind the goal. So there's some neutral fans inside the stadium today, and what I've noticed in the World Cup so far, and I think Paul James mentioned it in one of his games that he's done for us so far, the fans, whether it's been Korea and Uruguay in this match, or Switzerland, Cameroon, who we had earlier, or even England and Iran, the fans have all been mixed in with each other. They're not being separated like you see in the Premier League or the Championship in English football. I think they've started to try to do that in the German Bundesliga as well, for a mixture of fans together, and there's been no trouble so far. And I've just seen a Korean fan wearing a Liverpool shirt, so probably wanting his club side striker Darwin Núñez to stay injury free throughout the tournament. We want him to lose this game today. As Uruguay trying to come forward here, as is Rodrigo Bentancur back into the path of Diego Godin, and across now to the far side of Martin Carres. Diego Godin once more will look to pick up possession. as we watch on. Uruguay nil, Korea nil. If you're just tuning into us, this is being played at the Education City Stadium out in Qatar. As here, as I say, it's again to the far side in Valverde. It's the crossfield pass looking for Oliveira, who can't keep the ball in play. And we've just under 10 minutes to go to the first half. Uruguay and South Korea have had, both teams have had plenty of the ball, but there's been no real goal mouth action as of yet. South Korea probably with the best chance of the game, which was just blazed over a few moments ago by Wang Ujo when he could have easily slotted it in. He leaned back, which I think was the problem why he didn't score. But so far with around about 9 minutes left to play in this first half, is Uruguay nil, South Korea nil in this game as the ball's over on that far side with Uruguay just keeping a bit of possession at the moment. Diego Godin comes up towards halfway but goes across to his right back Casillas, back into Godin, and now is Jose Jimenez. Jose Jimenez into the path of Diego Godin. And Diego Godin inside the centre circle, just inside his own half. And as into the Korean half. But he goes back into the Uruguayan half as Uruguay just trying to build up a bit of momentum from the back and try and create their best opportunity in the game, which they've not had one yet. Neither keeper have really been tested. Rochelle Kim Sung-gu in each goal. We're looking for lads in the second half. Will Diego Alonso and Paulo Bento from respectively. As that ball is out of play for a throw to South Korea by Jose Jimenez, who just let the ball go out. Paulo Bento there just giving out some instructions to his Korean side as to his Diego Alonso to his Uruguayan side. That's another throw into South Korea. And I think the South Korean players have just come across to get a bit of instructions from the coaching staff and a bit of water on board as well as we come up towards half time. The ball is in towards the centre circle for Korea inside the run-off with number 19 Kim Young-gon, and now it's just on Young-min across field pass. Wonderful cross field pass as well to find Nasango. Now into was a penalty from a long range effort this time from Wang Yinbom, and he couldn't keep that effort down and he couldn't keep the effort on target. It remains 0-0. Almost 39 minutes gone. Is Uruguay nil, Korea nil in Group H of this World Cup clash. As here was the Jimenez's ball forward, cleared away by South Korean. Jose Jimenez wins there again. We breaks for the edge of the penalty, and there's the run of Lee Sung-yang in towards the penalty, still going. He breaks towards the edge of the box, does it? But Rodrigo Benton comes, Federico Valverde is there. Valverde, and he does well, Valverde, to get the ball into Jose Jimenez to clear. Suarez goes down under the challenge of Kim Woo-wan, who's not been penalised for a free kick like some of the Uruguayan fans were wanting. No complaints from Luis Suarez though, which you could normally tell if it is a free kick or not, whether a throw in, whether the teammates complain, and no one in the Uruguayan shirt complained about that decision on Luis Suarez, which says to me that they didn't think it was a free kick. I wasn't sure if it was or not. I just saw him go down and wondered if the referee would give it, but he didn't. It's been to the final 5 minutes of this first half. It remains Uruguay 0, South Korea 0. Hopefully you're enjoying our coverage of the World Cup so far. And hopefully this game will not be a 0-0. If it is, I'm going to blame a colleague of mine, Luke Turton, who pulled a jinx on it yesterday for my first game. And I think he may have pulled a jinx on this one. I'm starting to believe that Luke Turton may be a jinx if he thinks it's going to be 0-0. He was saying yesterday when it was 0-0 at half time as the second half just before it started, let's hope a goal can be scored. And then there was no goal scored in the end as a ball comes across from Nasango, and Nasango gets the second chance to put the ball into the penalty area. But that one's blocked as well and cleared away. And now Sun Yun Min, good bit of play there into the path of Kim Woo-wan. Kim Woo-wan is just trying to keep the ball for South Korea, but they've given the ball away to Uruguay. But Uruguay have given it back to them, and now South Korea will come forward again. Kim Woo-wan with possession inside to Young Wo Young. Sun Yun Min now moves across to this right hand side. Sun. And Sun Yun Min is now down this right hand side. There's no one over on that far left. With Sun coming across here, the right winger who was playing on the right wingers still on this right hand side, which means more overload on this right hand side. So if you guys play this right and get the ball across to the left, they've got a good chance. Left hand side for which they've done now with Palistri. Palistri's in towards Luis Suarez. He's just cut out in the end. We've seen there how quick, when there was a lot of space down that right hand side for Uruguay to attack into South Korea's left, they've get chances to create an opportunity, which they almost did and almost found Luis Suarez coming in there. It remains Uruguay 0, Korea 0. And there is a free kick. Well, I'm not sure if it's a free kick, maybe no, it's a corner kick, should I say, to Uruguay. Darwin Núñez in there. Jimenez and Godin from the back. And he's in towards Godin! Off of the post, Diego Godin! And it's put behind. And so close to the opening goal for Uruguay. How unlucky can he get? The ball into the penalty area. And Diego Godin hits the bar. And it goes wide. That's the best chance as the ball breaks towards the edge of the penalty area for Olivier from the second corner. And now, Rodrigo Bentancur. Bentancur has to go back to Casillas, and he has to go back to his goalkeeper, Roche, but Diego Godin is the closest Uruguay have come to opening the scoring in the first half when his header from the corner hit the post and bounced away. And there's been 3 attempts on goal for Uruguay, 2 attempts on goal for Korea, none on target so far. But Uruguay with their best chance there from Diego Godin's header, which crashed against the bar. Well, the foot of the post, let's say. And he was a whisker away from giving them the lead here. He's almost going up towards stoppage time. There's not much stoppages have been added in this first half, so I'll be wondering to see how many minutes we get added on, because in some of the games already this season, this World Cup, should I say, we've seen ridiculous amounts of stoppage time added on. And there's Darwin Núñez, who's fouled, and a free kick to South Korea, and for a foul by the number 6 this time, Wang Inbom on him. And this is the Diego Godin header again. The corner came in from the right hand side for Uruguay. It's the header of Diego Godin, bounced off the inside of the post and wide. Luis Suarez is inside the penalty area looking to get into this ball as Jimenez another ball back. Is now Rodrigo Bentancur across into Federico Valverde. Out wide then into Olivier, and he's headed towards goal of the back post. And Godin can't get there. Jimenez's header was flicked on. And we're into 1 minute additional time at the end of this first half. And I think That's around about right for this game, and more like it. No side have really time wasted in this game. They've both gone very quickly. It remains 0-0, and we're almost end of this first half. In what's been a fast, pulsating pace first half, but no goals for the game just yet. It remains Uruguay 0, Korea 0. If you're just tuning into us here on the commentary hub. The ball is hit forward by the South Korean goalkeeper, Kim Sung-ge. Kim Sung-gu says out for a throw to South Korea. But they won't have time to take it as the half-time whistle goes and we are locked. A stalemate. It remains Uruguay 0, Korea 0. Uruguay's best chance was that Diego Godin headed just over, which hit the post and went wide. The best chance for South Korea was when Wang Ujo got on the end of Lee Jo-sung's ball in from the right hand side, and it went just over the bar. He leant back as he hit it as well, the Wang Ujo. But the break is Uruguay 0, South Korea 0. We'll be back in 15 minutes for the second half. Welcome back. Welcome back to the second half coverage of Uruguay against South Korea 0-0 at the break. And it looks as though no changes to either side as Luis Suarez gets us off and underway for the second half. Uruguay attacking the goal to my right in the second half. South Korea attacking the goal to my left. As here is Jose Jimenez back into Diego Godin in the from centre back as the ball is played forward and is out of play for a throw to South Korea as we get ready for the second half. So we'll just run you through the teams then for the second half. Is Russia in goal, a back four for Uruguay of Casillas, Jimenez, Godin, and Oliveira. Midfield is Vicencio, Valverde, Bentancur, Pelistri, Suarez and Nunes. For them it's Kim Sung in goal, and then he's a back four of Kim Woo-wan, Kim Min-jae, Kim Woo-young, and Kim Jin-sun. Is Sun Young-min in midfield with Jung Woo-young, Wang Yi-bom, and Lee Jo-sung and Na Sang-oh. And then up front, leading the line, is Wang Ujo, as it was a challenge by Pelistri on the number 3 for South Korean Kim Jun-sun. And there is the Korean manager, Paolo Bento, who will be pleased with how his side's performing in that first half. Limited Uruguay to that only chance real of note from Diego Godin's header. It remains Uruguay 0, Korea 0. If you've just joined us, as the second half is almost 2 minutes old, the ball played down the left-hand channel and is cleared away. And now here comes Lee Sun-young into the path of Sun Young-min, who will run towards the penalty area. Sun Young-min, still going Sun Young-min. Got the first match still on because of his injured cheek. But there is a throw into Uruguay by Martin Correas, who will look to get the ball for Pelistri. Come close to it for him to throw it down the line. He's looking for Luis Suarez to come a bit closer as well to try and get the ball forward. Grace will take the throw in. Down the line looking for Luis Suarez to flick on, which he does. But he's giving it away. But now South Korea giving the ball away. But he's now broke to the edge of the penalty of South Korea. They're still going. Edge of the box. And two challenges in there. No free kick given. As now here comes away Vencio. But he plays the ball back. And Vencio gets the ball again. And Vencio into the path of Bentancur. Vencio again. Back into the path now of Diego Godin. Godin just clicks ball again this time as he comes forward from the back into the path now of Casillas back to the goalkeeper Rochelle. Just passes the ball into the path of the number 5 Vencio. Vencio now finds Diego Godin, who will come forward, but finds Rodrigo Bentancur to help him come forward. There is Vencio now, who will look to play the ball into Diego Godin, and Godin will come up towards halfway. Goes back into the path of Rodrigo Bentancur and across now into the path of Jose Jimenez. Jimenez with the ball forward and a long ball down the left hand trying to look for Luis Suarez. Darwin Nunes gets there and he's out of play for a throw to South Korea. Or is he going out for a corner? I'm not sure which one he's going out for, whether he's going out for a throw, goal kick or a corner. Ball was played over the top and I think he might have given offside against Luis Suarez there, the linesman, as Kim Jin-sun is down for Korea with a on the back of his head. Clement Turpin just checking that he's okay, and he's back to his feet now. And Peace said he's okay to Clement Turpin, the French referee, and it happened by his own teammate Jung Woo-yu, who just caught him on the back of the head when they went up for the header from that throw in a few moments ago when Luis Suarez flipped the ball on. He's over to the far side and down that right, and he's headed away there brilliantly by the left back, Oliveira to get the ball for Uruguay. Remains 0-0 between Uruguay and Korea as Korea just plays the ball. If you missed the earlier game between Switzerland and Cameroon, it finished 1-0 to Switzerland. That's a brilliant Bolo's goal in the second half. The game was brought to you by Nicholas Jones, and a fantastic commentary from Nicholas as well. He does absolutely fantastic commentaries. Son Heung-min inside the penalty, a wonderful challenge from Jose Jimenez to get the ball up to Darwin Núñez, but Jose Jimenez with some fantastic defending there denies Son Heung-min a chance for Korea. Son Heung-min's over on the right hand side now, and he's got the ball inside. It goes to Hank Im-beom and back to Son Heung-min, and he's still trying to come forward. Is Son Heung-min as the ball is played into Luis Suarez. Now Bentancur into Valverde, who just loses out there as the South Korean team just get the ball back, and he's come with Kim Jin-soo, and now back into the path of Kim Young-gon. It remains 0-0, 6 minutes gone in the second half. Uruguay 0, Korea 0. If you're just tuning into us right now, if you are tuning into us right now and want to get involved in the comments, you can do so. You can message us on the live chat if you want to, or you can tweet us a commentary live one, and I'll read some of your comments out when we get a break in play. As the ball's over on that far side, is in towards the penalty area, and is behind for a corner to Korea. Good start this to the second half by both sides, but mainly Korea, who's just starting off well, as they've just seen the challenge again from Jose Jimenez. And that was a fantastic block by Son Heung-min, and now we're away for this first corner of the second half, which falls the way of South Korea, which Son Heung-min has gone across to take. Son Heung-min is the captain of South Korea, and be interesting to see how they get on here in this game. It remains 0-0 as Son Heung-min will about to take this corner. He takes into the penalty area and just go up. He comes across. Play goes down inside there for Korea. Nothing given. And now it's down the line it goes. And can Korea get a goal which they've had the better of the chance, I would have to say, but not really testing the goalkeeper. And there's a free kick for a foul in there. And they're just appealing for a penalty here, which Kim Jong-sung went down under the challenge of Rodrigo Bentancur. And then Rodrigo Bentancur got clattered into by his goalkeeper, Sergio Russia. I think the officials are waiting. They are checking that incident, I think. We're just waiting to see, get official confirmation. The referee's telling them to wait a minute. The check is complete by VAR. No penalty, and the game's back underway with Rodrigo Bentancur in possession. It remains Uruguay 0, Korea 0. If you're just tuning into us here on the commentary hub. And now Uruguay will look to come forward with a ball forward by Russia, the goalkeeper, up towards halfway. It's cleared away by the head of the South Korean defender, Kim Young-gon. And now Uruguay come forward again. Darwin Núñez has just been fouled there by Jung Won-young. And it's a free kick to Uruguay. 53, almost 54 minutes on the clock. And that's a dangerous challenge there by Kim Jung-woo-young. And the back five for Korea today, all known as Kim. And he's a commentator now meant to identify which one it is. That's why I sometimes just have a pause just to see try and work out which number it is, who's got the ball, and work out which player it is on. I can go on that team sheet in front of us as the Rodrigo Bentancur shot is blocked. Son Heung-min tries to go on the end of it. Bentancur flicks the header on looking for Luis Suarez. Suarez just keeps the ball in play. And now the left back, which is Kim Jin-soo, just clears it away. But the ball had gone out of play, and Uruguay will have a throw in. bit further up there as Suarez. It looked like the ball going out of play there from Suarez, but then Kim Moo Wan just fetched the ball away, and his ball forward went out of play for a throw, just in line with the penalty area, just a few yards down the touchline from the corner flag. He's run into the penalty area. Suarez flicks the ball into the penalty area, looking for Darwin Núñez to try and go an end of. It's cleared away, and Diego Godin just clears it up into the sky. Palistri underneath that and flicks it on and chases after his own flick. But can't go an end of it, and he's behind for a goal kick. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Is Uruguay nil, South Korea nil, and what a gaming prospect we've had today. Hopefully this is not another 0-0 that I'm commentating on. Hopefully one of these sides will break the deadlock shortly. There's a foul on Sun Young Min, who's lost his boot in that challenge. And I think the referee won a word with the Korean of the Uruguayan player, should I say, for foul on the Korean Sun Young Min. And it was by Martin Carreras, the number 22, the right back. His boot's still off at the moment for Sun Young Min, and the manager's watching on with some weird look on his face, and so too will Antonio Conte and Tottenham, hoping that Sun's not going to be out for a long period of time with this injury, and hopefully can come back quicker than previous injuries he's got. And you can see definitely stamped on him there because the boot came off. The fourth official letting the referee know that it was a foul there on Sun Young Min, which not very often you see the fourth officials give instructions to the referee. And that was a yellow card for Martin Carreras for the challenge on Sun Young Min. And to be honest with you, it was the correct decision to give him the booking there, the Uruguayan number 22. It remains Uruguay nil, South Korea nil. Sun Young Min back on the field of play. 105th appearance for South Korea today for young Sun Young Min. As only one player for Uruguay not involved today, Rolando Ujo, who's out through injury. The rest of the squad is available for Diego Alonso to choose from on the bench if he wants to freshen up this starting 11, which remains intact so far. It's Uruguay nil, South Korea nil. More matches coming up later. 4 p.m. is the kickoff time for Portugal against Ghana. Brought to you by Paul James. And then at 7 p.m. this evening, join myself as I guide you through Brazil against Serbia this evening. We've got a 0-0 draw here as Uruguay with Rodrigo Bentancur in possession. So far, 0-0 so far, 58 and a half minutes played. If you're just tuning into us, hopefully you're enjoying our coverage as the ball is over on that far side. The left is South Korea and Uruguay just not the ball around well as the Jimenez with possession. And into Diego Godin. And Diego Godin with the ball there to keep the ball moving forward. And now in possession, Diego Godin with the ball forward, looking for the run of Mateus Oliveira, who can't go on the end of it. And there remains Uruguay nil, Korea nil, with Kim Sung-yo with possession. As they will try and get the ball forward. There's a wonderful ball played forward there by the right back, which is Kim Woo-wan. Who, and there's a play down for Korea, but they're continuing. They'll put the ball down. Ball in towards the penalty. There's another coming in the back post. Appeal for an handball against the defender, Martin Kress. There from some of the Korean fans behind the goal. Nothing given. And there were no appeals from the Korean players. But it remains Uruguay 0, Korea 0. And there's the man I've been looking forward to commentating on for this Uruguayan side in Edison Cavani. He's always proven to be a top level goal scorer in the Uruguayan side. And I'm hoping that doesn't change today. And I'm hoping I've not cursed it to be 0-0 by saying that comment. And I'm looking forward to trying and see if I can get a goal in this game. I did 2 games yesterday and only got 1 goal in that match. And that was when I was joined by Paul James on the later game on the commentary. It remains Uruguay 0, Korea 0. An hour gone. And Edson Cavani just getting some final instructions now. The side want him to play. As there is Kim Jin-soo looking to get the ball forward for Korea with the throw in, and he throws it straight down the line inside the Uruguayan half. But then Korea lose out of possession, but they've got the ball back brilliantly with Nasungo. Nasungo out wide to the right back, which is Kim Boo-wan. Kim Boo-wan into the path of Wang Bowman. He tries to get the ball forward, but Uruguay cut the ball out and are back in possession. And he's back in possession with the goalkeeper, Jojo Rocher, and his ball into the chest of the right back who loses out. Now South Korea on the attack again. He's over on the far side. The number 17, which is Nang Sung-go. Nang Sung-go puts the ball into the penalty area and he's cleared away and out for a throw in. And Uruguay and Korea remain locked at 0-0, coming up towards 62 minutes on the clock. Hopefully there's not another 0-0. There's a player gone down inside the penalty area. Nothing given there. It was a Korean player who gone down as Korea are on the attack. Edge of the penalty area is number 6, Wang Bowman. He's gone down inside the penalty area. This time looking to go on end of the ball. Nothing given again by the referee. Clement Turpin from France. And the ball is over on that far side again with Kim Woo-wan. Kim Woo-wan puts the ball into the penalty area. Federico Valverde can fetch the ball away for Uruguay. And then Diego Godin just hits it across to the left-hand side, looking for Darwin Núñez. And Darwin Núñez has got away over on that far side of the left. Luis Suarez is in the back post if he tries to use him. He puts the ball across, tries to cut the ball back for Pellistri, but he was saved there by Kim Sung-woo. And now South Korea can attack again. It's Sun Yun-min, but the ball goes out of play after there is a man down inside the penalty area. Korean penalty area. I'm not sure who it was who's down. I didn't see anyone stay down initially. We'll have a look at this again. Darwin Núñez did well, looking to try and pick out Pellistri, but he didn't get there. I'm not sure who's gone down and who stayed down here. I can't work out who it is who stayed down here. Hopefully I'll be able to get a picture and tell you who's down. But Luis Suarez is coming off to be replaced by Edison Cavani, and Luis Suarez. Fantastic performance from him today. Just didn't work out in front of goal for the former Liverpool man, and he's been replaced by the former Manchester United player Edison Cavani. And is Kim Min-jae, who's down inside the penalty area, struggling with a bit of an injury here. Not sure what kind of injury. I think it probably be his hamstring. But Edison Cavani just on the field of play there for Uruguay now, as the first change from Diego Alonso. And I think this is where he got injured when he slipped there. Min-jae Kim, or Kim Min-jae, whichever way you want to say it. And he's walking off. Didn't he need the stretcher in the end? As there's number 3, Jin Sung Kim, watching on. There he's back on his Fink, now the Korean centre back. I wonder if we'll have to make another change in them. Wouldn't it be ironic if they replace Kim Min Jae with another Kim? Because they've got another Kim on the bench of South Korea, number 23, Kim Taiwan. But I wonder if they'll fetch him on. But it looks as though the centre back, Kim Min Jae, will look to continue for now. And hopefully he'll be able to shake off that injury and continue. It remains 0-0. And hopefully Edison Cavani will just come on for Luis Suarez. Can help try and break this deadlock. I don't mind who wins. I don't mind who scores, but I'm just hoping for a goal in this contest, which currently locked in 0-0 with the game coming up towards 66 minutes gone, which is in around 10 seconds time. The 60th minute mark will be it. And it remains Uruguay 0, Korea 0, and the ball is out of play. And it's a throw in to Korea as they will try and come forward. There's the number 4, Kim Min Jae, back on the field. He seems to be just walking. At the moment, we're walking very gingerly, I would have to say. Uruguay 0, South Korea 0 as the ball is out of play. And there is a throw into Uruguay, which will be taken by Martin Creyes. And Martin Creyes will throw the ball down the right-hand side. And it's out for another throw, which Edison Cavani will look to take. But Edison Cavani will leave it for his right back, Mateus Creyes, who's on the yellow card. And that's the header from Jung-Woo Young that goes straight into the chest of Diego Alonso, the Uruguayan manager. And I don't think the South Korean even apologised to the Uruguayan boss there. He'll probably do it after the game instead. But there's Rodrigo Bentancur. And now Darwin Núñez is with the Uruguay have just given possession away cheaply, but they've won it back because cheaply does Korea give the ball away, but then another cheap giveaway by Uruguay this time as the ball forward down the right side from Rodrigo Bentancur just goes over the head of Pellistri and out of play for a throw to Korea, which both teams will be happy to see the game remain at 0-0 after chances for both sides. The best chance of the game fell away to Uruguay in the first half, just before half time as well, when Diego Godin's header from a corner crashed against the foot of the post and then bounced wide. Ball into the penalty area from the left by Uruguay, cleared away, and then ball back in. It breaks away to this right hand side for Pellistri to keep the ball in play just right on the touchline, and he does well to keep hold of the ball and keep it in play and win a throw in, which came off Sun Heung-min. Sun Heung-min's pleading that it didn't come off him. The Spurs player was up against his Spurs teammate named Rodrigo Bentancur, as opposing towards Edison Cavani. Brings down his chest. Edison Cavani's shot is blocked. Comes to Pellistri. Edge of the penalty is Valverde. And Valverde lets the ball back to Jimenez. How wide it goes to Oliveira. Oliveira back to Jimenez. Jimenez into Godin. Godin into Jimenez. Jimenez forward into the path of the midfielder there. And now it's back with Diego Godin. Forward to this right side and Pellistri. Pellistri coming forward again. And Pellistri's just doing some good touches today. Been impressed with him. Yet to make his debut for Manchester United. Facundo Pellistri. As is Sun Heung-min coming forward. And Pellistri wins the ball back fairly according to the referee against Sun Heung-min as I thought he was going to give a free kick away. The referee waved play on us. The ball in towards Darwin Núñez, edge of the box, left hand side. And he wins the throw for his side, does Darwin Núñez. And the Liverpool fans will be have to see that he's okay after picking up an earlier knock in this contest. Godin plays a wonderful ball out wide to the left hand side where Oliveira puts the dangerous ball into Pelistri. On the far side, it goes from one side to the other. Pelistri now into the penalty area. Pulls the ball low into the penalty area, cleared away by South Korean Sun Young-min can help him clear the ball forward. And there's a wonderful chase on here. Diego Godin. And there's a goalkeeper coming out brilliantly to head clear and into the path of Valverde. End-to-end stuff here now as Uruguay will come forward. 20 minutes remaining. 0-0. If you just tuned into his ear on the commentary, it's been an exciting watch, despite it being 0-0. Here's Rodrigo Bentancur for Uruguay into the path of Vencio. Now out wide it goes to Valverde. Down the line it went to Oliveira. Back into Valverde. Valverde into Diego Godin. Diego Godin coming forward. And now is Jose Jimenez. Jimenez into the path of Valverde. Valverde out wide. And Uruguay just keeping hold of possession. It's come to Cresces. Cresces out wide now to Pelistri. Back into Cresces again. Into the path now of Bentancur. Jimenez. Valverde back to Jimenez. Now into Cresces. Cresces out wide to Pelistri. Pelistri with the ball in towards Edison Cavani. Comes away to the edge of the penalty area. And Jimenez is there. Jimenez will put the ball back into the penalty area. Flicked away. And Korea will try and break as we try and find out Picao's son. But it's Bob Rodrigo Bentancur and comes through to the goalkeeper, Kim Sung-gu. And it remains Uruguay 0, Korea 0. And despite it remaining 0-0, it's been a good watch. This one. 0-0 is the scoreline. And it's out of play for a throw. And the ball is forward there brilliantly. Can Uruguay just keep hold of possession and come forward? Is Uruguay 0, Korea 0. And they have got the ball coming forward. Can Uruguay get the opening goal, or can Korea get the opening goal? Can one of these teams get the opening goal? As the ball is played forward, wonderful bit of play over the head of Darwin Núñez, and he goes behind for the goal kick. And there's a double substitution now for Korea. Coming off is number 6, Wang In-beom, and he's replaced by number 9, Cho Gu-sung. Is the first of the substitutes there. And that's the first substitution. We'll see who's coming on in a second. And number 18 is coming on. Lee Kang-in is coming on. It looks like as well. And the two players going off is number 6, Wang In-beom, and Nang So. And Lee's also gone off as well. The number 10, Lee Jae Swing, has gone off, and number 13, Sung Jo Oo. Jo Oo's come on. So 3 changes for South Korea. And the 3 players that have gone off have played some good football and showed some good touches today. There's the Triple change then for Korea. Try and get back into the game as they come forward again in towards the penalty area. Out wide to Sun Yun-min, who's into the penalty area now. Sun Yun-min gets the ball across and is cleared away by Korea, by Uruguay as Korea tried to come forward. There's now, as I just confirmed, this changed on my bit of on my team sheet, which is going to be in front of me for the middle of this game, as Sun Yun-min was just in an offside position there, I think. And there is the changes confirmed on the sheet in front of me now, so I can tell you through the remainder of the game. Is Uruguay 0, Korea 0. Final 15 minutes then, and we're still awaiting a elusive first goal, and we won't find it like that with a ball over the top looking for Darwin Núñez, which had too much height, too much conviction, and nothing to get on end of. We'll be ringing you Portugal, Ghana at 4 o'clock with Paul James, as we see a double change about to be made for Uruguay, which you'll see Nicolas de la Cruz and Mateus Vina come on. Interested to see which two players will go off for Uruguay. There's Luis Suarez, who went to a failure for Edison Cavani. Edison Cavani yet again in the game since coming on. It looks like Uruguay may be making another double change shortly with Nicolas de la Cruz and Mateus Vina about to come on. But they won't be making them changes just yet. As the ball's up towards Darwin Núñez and Edison Cavani, but it's cleared away. And now Uruguay will try and come forward. Edison Cavani trying to get that on end of that. So to Darwin Núñez, with ball back forward, and Korea just sends the ball away. As Uruguay trying to come forward again, and now Korea trying to come forward, and a striking on goal just wide from the substitute, Cho Gu-sung, and not far wide in the end. And that's a decent effort from South Korea. And it went wide in the end, wide of the target. It remains 0-0 as Rodrigo Bentancur picks up possession. Plays into Ode Jimenez. Back into Rodrigo Bentancur. Now Diego Godin. Diego Godin will find Reyes. Back into the goalkeeper, Rocher, who's not really been called into action much today. Neither is Kim So-gu in the Korean goal. And this ball's over the top for Pulisic to flick on. And it goes out of play off of the Korean Kim Jin-soo for a throw. And there's the double substitution now for Korea, and his number 5, Mateus Venso, coming off. He's done well today. So too Oliveira coming off as well. And he's also done well today, Mateus Oliveira. As Vina and De La Cruz come onto the field of play for the next couple of changes for Uruguay, which those two changes could change the complexion of the game, be like the Edison Cavani one. That one hasn't just shed the Edison Cavani substitution. Maybe they needed some more impetus and more fresh legs. Uruguay to get into the game, which remains 0-0 with 78 minutes on the clock, as we see Uruguay and South Korea still doing battle. And we get a late winner in this game, or will I be the case of bringing majority of the 0-0s to the channel today? 0-0 is this scoreline in this match. My early match yesterday, Morocco-Croatia, was 0-0. And they only got one goal late on in the evening game, which I covered. Hopefully something like that today, please. Or the other way around, if possible. Or maybe goes in both one, please. I'm not going to be greedy. That's why I said please, and let the footballers decide which game gets the goals. as we're just the commentators, we can't persuade which team to score, which other team not to score, as Korea Cho Gu Sung is penalised for a foul on Diego Gordon. And Uruguay going with the free kick quickly. Into Jose Jimenez. Jose Jimenez comes forward. Wonderful ball over the top. But it's too much on the ball again. And too many times today, Uruguay played the ball over the top. With too much on it. And he's ran through to the opposition goalkeeper, Kim Sung, in this game. And if they do that for the remainder of the tournament, they're not going to score goals, Uruguay. They need to stop playing balls over the top and try and play out from the back and try and create chances and go over the top only if they can't find an option to play to. But this could be the chance where Edison Cavani gets the opening goal. Edison Cavani coming forward. How wide it goes to Darwin Núñez. Edge of the box. Darwin Núñez goes for goal and just wide. I thought that was going to be the moment. The opening goal was going to come. Darwin Núñez cut inside and bent a shot towards the bottom corner. Edison Cavani couldn't glance and headed towards goal from the effort. And he goes just wide and he remains 0-0. 9 minutes left to play. And he's going to be 0-0, and hopefully that will be not the closest. Uruguay will come in second to closest will come after Diego got his header in the first half up of the post. There's another Korean player down now. I think it's the number 5 who's down, which is Jung Woo Young. So there's another stoppage in play too. So while that stoppage in play, let me remind you what we've got coming up on the channel today. We've got more live commentary coming up next. We've got Portugal against Ghana, which is also in Uruguay and Korea's group, which Cristiano Ronaldo will make his World Cup debut as a free agent. So the teams who may be interested in joining will be on the lookout for Ronaldo's performances during this World Cup after being sacked by Manchester United earlier this week. And then we've got Brazil-Serbia this evening, which I'll be bringing you that one this evening. Can Neymar and co go off to a winning start at the World Cup, or will Alexander Mitrovic's side and Serbia have a lot of issues to contend with that and cause a few problems, as Edison Cavani is won a free kick there for Uruguay. If you didn't hear Nicholas mention it earlier, I'll just bring you the news again in a few minutes, which I can bring you now, in fact, as Uruguay just play the ball around at the back. The England captain, Harry Kane, is fit and available to play tomorrow, according to boss Gareth Southgate. And also, just to tell you as well, Aaron Maguire is set to play for England against USA tomorrow and win his 50th cap for the Three Lions. But here is Darwin Núñez for Uruguay to try and get the ball into the Rosa penalty area. And that ball is poor and it's out of play for a goal kick as Darwin Núñez tried to play the ball into the path of the substitute. Vitina there, I think he was. Vina, should I say. And he goes just wide for a goal kick to Korea. And I don't think it's going to be my day, you know. I think I'm going to get another 0-0. And I'm going to blame my friend Luke Turton for that, if it does end up a 0-0. Yes, I know it's not been on today, but he jinxed me yesterday when the game finished 0-0. And I feel like he's jinxed me again without even being here. But Luke has not been very well the past yesterday, and he's withdrawn from some commentaries for now. So get well soon to you, Luke, from everyone here with the commentary up, and also JB Sports, Storm FM, and commentary up too. We hope you're back feeling better and hope you're back in the commentary box with us very, very shortly where you belong. It's Uruguay nil, Korea nil. If you're just tuning into us, as we watch this game unfold, can one of these sides get a late winner? Uruguay nil, Korea nil, and in a few minutes I'll be telling you my player of the matches. And the player of the match, remember, is sponsored by the brilliant commentary services. As now, he's bent to cover the ball for Edison Cavani. Edison Cavani controls well. Still going Edison Cavani. He's got Bentancur wide if he wants to use him, but he goes back into the right back. Casillas now into Pellistri. Pellistri goes back to Gordon. And from being in attack, Uruguay found themselves back in defence. And they're just knocking the ball around nicely there, Uruguay. As we get ready to announce who's going to be given our player of the match in this for this game. As the ball is played down the right hand side for Uruguay to defend, and the left hand side for Korea to attack, and the Uruguay defence read the situation well. As we now get ready to announce our player of the match for this game. And remember, the player of the match, as I mentioned, is sponsored by the brilliant people over our commentary services and Barry Swain's company, which Barry Swain is a very big help to the channel. Players use his commentary services as player of the match sponsor for this World Cup. As the ball is over on that far side, whipped in towards the dangerous penalty, headed towards goal, and he just goes wide in the end. As Edison Cavani tried to get an end of the cross in from Rodrigo Bentancur, and there goes his header wide as the Uruguayan player, the number 17, Vina, tried to go an end of the header on by Edison Cavani and couldn't do so, as the Uruguay make a substitution, which sees Pellistri come off, the number 8, who has done well today, and he's been replaced by number 13, which is Romero Volea. And there's a yellow card this time for a Korean player, number 9, I think it is, who's got booked, Cho Gu Sung, for a challenge on Ode Jimenez. And I'm just going to, and it was Cho Ju Sung who got the yellow card there, the substitute who came on when Korea made those 3 changes. And now, can Korea or Uruguay get the opening goal? It could be Korea as they come rushing forward. No free kick given this time as Uruguay will try and come forward this time as they throw it to them from that far side, and they've taken it quickly. There's the number 17, Vina, into the number 7, De La Cruz. De La Cruz into Valverde. We'll announce our player of the match shortly. Is Valverde's coming forward towards the edge of the box. Valverde goes for goal off the post! And so close! Federico Valverde to opening the scoring in the 89th minute. And Valverde is down with cramp. And Valverde's effort just crashed the top of the post and wide. And so unlucky Federico Valverde from unlocking the scoreline and putting the end of my 0-0 solo commentaries. See if it's 0-0 here. I get 3 0-0 draws in a row. on my early matches, which I'm not happy about if he stays like that. As we almost get to stoppage time, so we'll announce the player of the match in a moment. As there is a poor clearance away. Now it comes to Son Heung-min, just wide from South Korea. It was a poor clearance by the goalkeeper, Roche. But Son Heung-min couldn't take advantage, and his effort goes wide. And how unlucky can he get? From the edge of the box, just wide, to the left of the D, and his effort goes wide over the right-hand post, and remains 0-0. As we're going to stoppage time, it's now time for me to tell you we've got 7 added minutes. And while we've almost played 30 seconds of those 7, I can tell you the player of the match is Uruguay's Federico Valverde. Fantastic performance from the midfielder of Real Madrid. He is causing a number of problems, tried to unlock that Korean door, which has remained locked at the moment. I think they've got a bolt and padlock on it at the moment. Can Uruguay break that bolt and padlock down? He's out right to this right to the side with Velas there into De La Cruz, and the winner throwing to Uruguay against Korea. 1 minute of the 7 gone. And that's a bit excessive, that. There's been 4 subs for Uruguay and three for South Korea, but there's been no time wasting. So each sub is at least 30 seconds each. So it shouldn't be that long in terms of stoppage time. Korea made 1 change together. They're 3 changes together, so that's 30 seconds for those. Edson Cavani came on, that's 30 seconds for him. De La Cruz and Valera came on there together, so that's another 30 seconds. And Vina came on, so that's 2.5 minutes in substitutions. There's been no time wasting, so I say about 4 minutes of added time would have been suffice in this game in the second half, but the referee's added on 7 minutes. I would probably say at least 6, maybe, because of the injuries when the players went down and received some treatment. I forgot about that for a second. So at least 6 minutes at a time. Don't know where they've got the extra 1 from. And we've played 2.5 minutes of that 7. And remains Uruguay 0, Korea 0. Diego Godin with the best chance for Uruguay to open the scoring in the first half, header off the post. And another effort off the post from Darwin Núñez from our player of the match, should I say, Valverde. Darwin Núñez curled a shot wide as well for Uruguay. They've had the better of the chances. Son Heung-min went a few minutes ago, and there's another shot wide from South Korea. And this time it was from the substitute. No, he's still on there, Wang in Boom. I thought he went off. His number went up earlier, but he's stayed on when the 3 substitutes were made. His number definitely went up earlier when the 3 subs were made for South Korea. But yeah, he's still on the field of play, which is a bit strange, that. I've just noticed that it was the number 16 that went off, not the number 6 earlier on. I do apologise for that when I said that one earlier. As we just change my team sheet to say that Wang Ujo that went off, and that was Wang Bimu and that effort just wide there from South Korea. It did look like it was the number 6 on the board. I didn't see the number 1, and there's the Valverde celebrating after making a good blocking challenge a few moments ago, as Valverde just in possession now. Back to the right back, Martin Correas. And he's down there looking for Darwin Núñez. He remains 0-0 in this game. And there's headed forward there by Herrera into the path of De La Cruz. De La Cruz has got men up being supported over on the left hand side in place of Vino. Push the ball behind, and it's a corner kick to Uruguay. 2 minutes to go of the 7 added on. And it remains Uruguay 0, Korea 0. Can Uruguay and Korea get back in this game? Can Uruguay get into the lead here, which is, from some of their play, will look like it's disabled. Korea have defended well, so it would be harsh on them as well. As this corner comes in towards the back post, and the keeper comes and claims it. Kim Sung-gyu, and he will look to get the ball forward quickly, and he does so now, clears it down that right hand channel, looking for the one of Sun Yun Min, who got forward very quickly down that right side for Korea. Now De La Cruz can go in, but you can Darwin Núñez as the was a loose ball in the centre of the pitch there. It remains South Korea 0. It remains Uruguay 0, South Korea 0. So that says the ball is a 4 from South Korea, looking for the run of Hangin Beam. Hangin Beam's there just in his out of play for a throw. And South Korea is getting the South Korean fans up there. Hangin Beam, and now can South Korea get the ball forward? It's away by Valverde. And there's a ball inside to Edison Cavani from De La Cruz. And Valverde switches the play to this right hand side. And he's headed forward there by the number 13. And is given a free kick away there. The Varela. But I'm not sure why he's giving the free kick away. He headed it on. And he doesn't even touch the Korean there. He just hits that ball on and he goes down. The Korean with no touch, he doesn't even touch him, and he wins a cheap free kick, and it's conned the referee into giving that free kick there. And I think because of his protest, Varela has just been booked. Now it's the coach, Paulo Bento of South Korea, who has just received a yellow card there for complaining to the referee. So there's a booking for the South Korea manager. It remains 0-0 in the game. But there goes the full-time whistle. And it remains 0 and it ends 0-0. Goalless draw in the end between these two sides, and it wasn't for ones of trying. There was Diego Godin header in the first half, away from opening the scoring with Uruguay. And they had chances in the second half as well. When a shot from Darwin Núñez went wide, there was an effort off the post from our player of the match, Federico Valverde. The long-range efforts from Sun Yun Min and Wang Inbom for South Korea. But in this game, it ends all square. It ends 0-0 in the first match of Group H. Paul James has got the second match of Group H coming up next, which is between Portugal and Ghana at 4 o'clock. I'll be back later for Brazil against Serbia from Group G. And full time in this game then. Uruguay 0, Korea Republic, South Korea 0. Uruguay remain top. Korea Republic in second, or South Korea in second. Ghana in third, Portugal bottom at the moment. But Portugal and Ghana, with a win, they can go top of the group this evening. So by 6 o'clock UK time this evening. So for myself and from the rest of the team here until Paul James takes over at 4 o'clock, thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you again soon. Take care. Goodbye for now.